Friends, have you ever stopped for a moment and thought about the incredible power hidden in ordinary objects around us? Take, for example, the kitchen table. We use it every day, often without realizing what a potent source of energy it truly is. It's much more than just a surface for eating, it's a vibrant hub of connection, harmony, and even prosperity. Across many ancient cultures, the kitchen table has been revered as the very heart of the home, and when you think about it, this makes perfect sense. In so many ways, this table symbolizes nourishment, not just the food we eat, but also the emotional sustenance we gain from being together. It's the place where people gather, sharing meals, exchanging stories, and creating moments filled with laughter and joy. This kitchen table, seemingly just a piece of furniture, is actually a focal point where energies converge. And here's the thing, this energy can either deeply enrich your home life or, conversely, disrupt it. If you treat your table with respect, keep it clean, and maintain it with care, it transforms into a wellspring of positive vibrations. However, if you neglect it, allowing clutter to accumulate, the energy can become stagnant and heavy, potentially leading to imbalances within your home. This is why so many traditions emphasize the profound significance of the kitchen table, seeing it not merely as a functional item, but as a living, breathing part of your dwelling that significantly influences your family's overall well-being. Often, when we think of the kitchen table, our minds immediately go to its practical function, a place to eat, a simple surface where we come together to nourish our bodies. But truly, it's so much more than just that. For generations, the kitchen table has been a central anchor of family life, a sacred space where the very essence of family togetherness unfolds. It is, without a doubt, the heart of the home, a place where bonds are strengthened, emotions are shared openly, and love finds its most natural expression. Now, let's delve a little deeper. In the profound teachings of Buddhist philosophy, we are constantly reminded that everything in existence is interconnected. This interconnectedness is beautifully reflected in the relationships we cultivate around our tables. It's in those seemingly simple moments, sharing a meal, engaging in conversation, laughing together, that we discover the genuine essence of family. In Buddhism, there is a core concept known as interdependent origination, or paikasamupta. This principle teaches us that all phenomena arise in dependence upon conditions. This means that absolutely everything in our environment, even the table we gather around, profoundly affects us and is, in turn, affected by us. Therefore, the kitchen table is far from being just a physical object, it acts as a spiritual anchor, grounding the energy within your home. The relationships and interactions that unfold around it are not isolated events, instead, they create ripples that extend outwards, significantly influencing the overall harmony and equilibrium within your entire household. Think about a typical morning breakfast, when your family comes together to begin their day. As the sun rises, a corresponding warmth begins to fill your home, beautifully symbolized by the family gathering around the table. This daily ritual, though it may seem routine, holds a much deeper significance. It fundamentally sets the tone for the entire day, shaping the quality of relationships and influencing the flow of energy in and out of your home. Buddhist teachings consistently highlight the importance of mindfulness in every single action, no matter how small it may appear. Eating breakfast together offers a perfect opportunity to cultivate gratitude for the food and for the company, consciously fostering awareness in the present moment. In times past, the hearth, or central fire, was considered the vibrant, beating heart of the home. Families would naturally gather around it for warmth, nourishment, and connection. As technology progressed and stoves replaced open flames, this innate human need for a central gathering space didn't vanish. Instead, the kitchen table gracefully emerged as the modern-day equivalent of the altar. Just as offerings were once made to the fire, we now, in our modern lives, offer food, respect, and love to the kitchen table. In Buddhist philosophy, we learn that everything in the material world is impermanent, constantly changing and evolving. Yet, within this ever-shifting reality, the simple act of coming together around a table creates a stable point, a sense of grounding in a world full of flux. The energy that flows through your kitchen table can be either deeply nourishing or surprisingly depleting, depending entirely on how you care for it. A table that is consistently cluttered, clearly neglected, or treated with disrespect can, over time, introduce a sense of disharmony into your home. However, when you keep it clean and clear, the kitchen table transforms into a potent source of warmth, unity, and genuinely positive energy. Buddhist teachings emphasize the immense power of intention. When we consciously sit down at the table with the clear intention of sharing nourishment, whether it's physical food or emotional connection, we are actively strengthening the very bonds of family. In numerous Buddhist practices, specific rituals are used to gently clear away negative energy and purposefully invite positive forces into our lives. Similarly, the act of maintaining your kitchen table with mindful care can be viewed as a powerful ritual of mindfulness, a tangible way to invite prosperity, inner peace, and genuine abundance into your home. Transforming your kitchen table into a true beacon of positivity doesn't require grand, sweeping changes. It's fundamentally about being intentional in how you interact with and treat this central space. As the Buddha wisely taught, every single action, no matter how seemingly insignificant, carries profound significance. Therefore, simply caring for your kitchen table becomes a genuine act of love and deep respect for the overall energy of your home. Let's begin with the essentials: cleanliness and order. In many ancient cultures, physical cleanliness was understood to be a direct outward reflection of inner harmony. When your kitchen table is cluttered, it subtly disrupts the smooth flow of energy, much like a cluttered mind can obstruct clarity and inner peace. In Buddhist practice, clearing the mind through meditation is a path to achieving clarity. Similarly, clearing your table of unnecessary items allows positive energy to flow freely, naturally inviting abundance and peace into your life. Buddhism teaches us that we are intrinsically part of nature, and nature possesses a remarkable ability to ground us. Wooden tables, for example, have been valued across cultures for their deep connection to the earth. Wood is inherently sturdy, natural, and enduring, qualities that resonate deeply with the stability and longevity we seek in our closest relationships. Just as a tree grows deep roots to stand tall and strong, a well-crafted wooden table can symbolize the very strength of your family's bonds. Even if your personal style leans towards a more modern aesthetic, you can still thoughtfully incorporate natural elements, such as a simple wooden runner or small pieces of wooden decor, to bring these grounding qualities to your table. In the world of feng shui, the strategic placement of furniture is considered essential for ensuring the proper flow of energy within a space. Similarly, Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of spaciousness and clarity. Your kitchen table should ideally not be positioned in a way that blocks or disrupts the natural flow of energy. It's generally best to avoid placing it directly in line with the front door, as this can cause energy to rush in and out too quickly, potentially leaving your household feeling unsettled. Instead, try to position your table where it feels balanced within the room, allowing everyone gathered around it to feel genuinely comfortable and supported. Light also plays a hugely significant role in creating a truly inviting atmosphere. In Buddhist teachings, light often represents wisdom, clarity, and enlightenment. Soft, warm lighting around your table can create an environment that naturally fosters open communication and deeper connection. On the other hand, harsh or overly dim lighting can unintentionally stifle conversation and cause discomfort. Just as Buddhist teachings illuminate the path to inner peace, proper lighting illuminates the path to meaningful interactions at your table. The kitchen table, often overlooked in the daily rush of life, holds incredible potential as a central point for nourishing both our bodies and our souls. And here's something truly fascinating: the items you choose to place on your table can carry immense spiritual significance, transforming it into a powerful source of positivity, prosperity, and genuine connection. In Buddhism, we are taught that everything around us carries energy, and the items we intentionally place in our space can either uplift or weigh down that energy. Each object possesses the inherent power to either create harmony or subtly disrupt it, depending entirely on how we interact with it. Imagine, for a moment, a simple loaf of freshly baked bread placed on your kitchen table, gently covered by a clean cloth. This humble item is so much more than just sustenance. It's a potent symbol of abundance, prosperity, and the deeply nourishing energy of the earth itself. The Buddha's teachings frequently emphasize the importance of simplicity and recognizing that even the most basic things in life, when approached with gratitude, can offer profound meaning. Bread, a staple in countless cultures, represents not only physical nourishment but also the essential spiritual sustenance that life provides. When we consciously show reverence for the simple blessings that surround us, we tap into a deeper sense of appreciation. In Buddhism, one of the core principles is dana, which translates to generosity. The act of sharing food and resources is seen as a fundamental act of compassion that fosters connection and unity. When we place bread on our table, we are gently reminded of the deep interconnectedness of all beings, as food sustains not just our own lives, but the lives of countless others. As you and your loved ones gather around the table, that loaf of bread becomes a tangible reminder of the generosity and abundance that naturally flows through your lives. Adding seasonal fruits, like vibrant apples, juicy oranges, or fragrant pears, to your table is another incredibly powerful way to invite positive energy into your home. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of impermanence, known as anicca, teaches us that absolutely everything in life is in a constant state of change. The changing seasons bring with them new fruits, fresh opportunities, and the promise of new beginnings. Fresh fruits symbolize not only physical health but also the natural cycles of life itself. As we partake in them, we are gently reminded that life is continuously unfolding, and that growth and renewal are integral parts of our journey. Consider the apple, for example. In many cultures throughout history, it has been seen as a potent symbol of knowledge and wisdom, qualities that are deeply integral to Buddhist teachings. When you thoughtfully place an apple on your table, you are inviting the very energy of wisdom, vibrant health, and vitality into your home. The vibrant colors and fresh aromas of seasonal fruit naturally bring a sense of joy and renewal, creating an environment that is both deeply nourishing and uplifting. But beyond their aesthetic beauty and symbolic meaning, fresh fruits offer something even more profound. They gently encourage mindful eating. By having fresh, appealing produce readily available on your table, you are far more likely to focus attentively on the nourishment you are receiving, actively practicing mindfulness with every single bite. This simple, yet powerful act, directly aligns with the core Buddhist practice of sati, or mindfulness. Just as we mindfully savor the fruits of the earth, we can consciously practice being fully present in every moment of our day, nurturing both our body and our mind in harmonious balance. There is a truly special energy that fresh flowers bring to any space. In Buddhism, flowers often symbolize the very impermanence of life, as they bloom in magnificent beauty and then wither in such a relatively short time. The fleeting nature of flowers serves as a poignant reminder to deeply appreciate the beauty and blessings of the present moment. As the Buddha wisely said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." Flowers serve as a daily, visual reminder of this profound teaching, gently helping us stay rooted in the here and now. When you place fresh flowers on your kitchen table, you are intentionally inviting beauty, pure joy, and positive vibrations into your home. But, like all things in life, flowers need care and attention to truly thrive. When they begin to wilt, they are no longer contributing to the positive energy of the space. In much the same way, when we neglect our spiritual practice or our closest relationships, the energy becomes stagnant and the vibrancy inevitably fades. Fresh flowers gently remind us to nurture what is good and life-affirming in our lives so that it can continue to blossom and flourish. Wooden centerpieces, small potted plants, or even a simple piece of driftwood can bring the grounding energy of nature directly into your home, creating a peaceful and wonderfully stable atmosphere. In Buddhism, there is a deep and abiding respect for nature as a wise teacher, showing us how to be grounded and centered in our own lives. The natural world is full of profound wisdom, as it flows effortlessly with the rhythms of life, without resistance, and without judgment. When you thoughtfully place a wooden item or a living plant on your kitchen table, it serves as a gentle reminder of the simplicity and profound wisdom found in nature. Wood, as a material, inherently carries the very energy of the earth. It is naturally stable, enduring, and deeply rooted. When used in home decor, it has the remarkable power to ground the energy of the space, much like the Buddha's teachings on grounding oneself in the present moment. When you sit at your table surrounded by these natural elements, you are naturally invited to take a deep breath and center yourself, much like you would during meditation. Plants, too, offer a potent grounding energy. The simple act of nurturing a plant, watering it, watching it grow, and witnessing its inherent natural beauty, can become a meditative practice in itself. It beautifully aligns with the core Buddhist principle of care, the mindfulness we bring to our everyday actions. Plants on your kitchen table act as a living reminder that just as a plant needs consistent attention to grow and thrive, so too do our closest relationships, and our own personal growth require ongoing care and cultivation. But that's not all. Beyond the physical items placed on the table, there are also beautiful spiritual rituals that can help deepen your connection to this sacred space. These rituals are not about striving for perfection, they are fundamentally about intention and presence. One simple yet profoundly impactful ritual is a morning gratitude practice. Before you place breakfast on the table, pause for a moment and gently place your hands on its surface. This is a dedicated moment to consciously express gratitude for the nourishing food, for the shared space, and for the precious opportunity to connect with your loved ones. This simple practice of mindfulness beautifully mirrors the Buddhist concept of metta, or loving kindness. By sincerely offering gratitude, we cultivate a heart that is full of love and genuine appreciation, not just for the tangible things around us, but especially for the people with whom we share our lives. Another deeply helpful ritual is a weekly cleansing. This could involve gently wiping down the table with water that has been infused with purifying salt, calming lavender, or other beneficial herbs. Salt has long been seen as a natural purifier in various traditions, believed to absorb negative energy and invite clarity into a space. Similarly, the gentle scent of herbs like lavender can naturally uplift the energy of the space, filling it with a sense of calm and inner peace. In Buddhism, purification rituals are common and deeply valued, ranging from the cleansing of the body in ritual baths to the cleansing of the mind through meditation. Just as we consciously purify ourselves, we can also lovingly purify our living space to intentionally invite fresh, vibrant energy. Now I'm going to tell you the most important thing to further enhance family communication around your kitchen table. Consider introducing a thoughtfully curated box of conversation starters right at the center of the table. These could be simple, yet meaningful, questions like, "What are you truly grateful for today?" or "What made you genuinely smile this week?" These kinds of questions naturally encourage more meaningful conversations and gently allow everyone at the table to share and connect on a much deeper level. In Buddhist teachings, right speech is a key element of the Noble Eightfold Path, emphasizing the fundamental importance of speech that is truthful, kind, and purposefully beneficial. By intentionally encouraging mindful conversations, you are actively fostering deeper and more meaningful bonds within your family. The seasons provide an ever-changing and beautiful backdrop for our lives, and thoughtfully decorating your table to reflect these natural cycles can help keep the energy vibrant and fresh within your home. Just as the Buddha taught about the inherent impermanence of all things, seasonal changes gently remind us that life is always moving forward, and that we must learn to gracefully embrace these transitions. A simple autumn runner adorned with fallen leaves, delicate spring flowers, or even fragrant winter pine boughs can beautifully transform your table, naturally aligning it with the gentle rhythms of the natural world. Seasonal decorations are also a wonderful way to positively practice impermanence in a tangible way. They subtly remind us to deeply appreciate each moment for exactly what it is and to avoid clinging too tightly to the past. Every season, much like every moment, holds its own unique beauty and inherent significance. By thoughtfully incorporating these seasonal changes into your table decor, you can bring a continual sense of renewal and vibrant vitality into your home. But watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. Despite our best efforts to cultivate a space of peace and positivity around our kitchen tables, like any other part of life, they are inevitably subject to distractions and imbalances. Often, we unknowingly fall into habits that unintentionally disrupt the positive energy we are striving to nurture. One of the most common pitfalls is using the kitchen table as a workspace. Whether it's for checking emails, paying bills, or tackling paperwork, turning your table into a makeshift desk can unintentionally mix the stressful energy of work with the nourishing, relaxing energy that should naturally accompany meals. The Buddha's teachings on right effort gently remind us to consciously direct our energy in ways that naturally lead to harmony and balance. By intentionally dedicating separate spaces for work and meals, we can actively protect the sacredness of our kitchen table as a dedicated space for connection, nourishment, and genuine renewal. In the profound Buddhist philosophy of mindfulness, the environment we create around ourselves deeply shapes the energy within us. When your kitchen table is consistently cluttered with work-related items, it subtly becomes a symbol of disorganization and underlying stress rather than tranquility and togetherness. To overcome this, it's helpful to establish clear boundaries. Make it a consistent habit to clear the table completely before each meal, symbolizing a fresh, clean start. Just as we consciously practice letting go of mental clutter through meditation, we can thoughtfully apply the very same principle to our physical space. A clear, clean table naturally helps maintain a harmonious environment where both physical and emotional nourishment can flow freely and abundantly. Another common pitfall is a damaged or unstable table. The table, as many ancient teachings suggest, is not merely a functional piece of furniture, it's a potent symbol of the family unit itself. In Buddhism, the concept of Sangha, referring to the community or family, is considered a fundamental element of spiritual practice. If the very foundation of the family feels weak or unstable, the overall harmony of the household can falter. A wobbly table can be subtly seen as a reflection of shaky family bonds. Whether it's a loose screw or a leg that needs repair, an unstable table can symbolize a lack of stability within the home environment. Take a mindful moment to reflect on your kitchen table as more than just an inanimate object. Consciously consider it a representation of the strength and mutual support your family provides to each other. Regularly inspect your table for any signs of wear and tear. Repairing it as needed is not simply about fixing a physical object, but about actively reinforcing the underlying strength of your family unit. In Buddhist teachings, we are gently reminded that even seemingly small acts like maintaining stability within our home contribute to the greater good. Just as we diligently tend to our own bodies and minds, we must also lovingly tend to the shared space where we gather, ensuring that it truly reflects the harmony and unity we deeply desire. Another issue that many of us face is leaving dirty dishes on the table overnight. This seemingly small act can actually have a surprisingly profound impact on the overall energy in our home. The Buddha often spoke of how attachment and clutter weigh down the mind, and the very same principle can be thoughtfully applied to our physical environment. Dirty dishes left on the table overnight can subtly invite stagnant energy into the space, obstructing the natural flow of positive vibrations. In Buddhism, we actively practice the concept of letting go, consciously releasing our attachment to things that no longer truly serve us. Similarly, mindfully cleaning the table and washing the dishes soon after each meal becomes a practical practice of letting go of the remnants of the day. By clearing the table and washing the dishes, we are also subtly clearing away any mental and emotional residue that may linger from the meal or the day's stresses. This simple act of cleaning is far more than just a physical task, it is a gentle ritual of renewal, helping to create a space that feels light, welcoming, and genuinely inviting for the next meal or gathering. By making it a consistent habit to clear the table soon after eating, you consciously ensure that the energy in your kitchen remains fresh and inviting. This mindful practice of letting go and tidying up beautifully echoes the Buddhist teaching of sila, or ethical conduct, which encourages us to act with mindfulness in our daily lives, creating a space of peace and well-being for ourselves and for all those around us. In our sincere desire to create a beautiful and inviting space, it's easy to become overly focused on the aesthetics of the kitchen table, potentially neglecting its deeper spiritual purpose. While a well-decorated table can certainly enhance the overall environment, it's important to always remember that the true purpose of the table is to foster genuine connection, nourishment, and heartfelt gratitude. The Buddha often spoke about the inherent dangers of attachment to material possessions, reminding us that outer beauty is often fleeting and impermanent, while inner peace and contentment are truly eternal. By focusing excessively on creating the perfectly styled table setting, we may inadvertently lose sight of the table's true and essential role as a sacred space for mindful connection. Instead, consciously incorporate small mindful moments into your gatherings. Before each meal, take a brief pause and offer a moment of genuine gratitude for the nourishing food, for the people gathered around you, and for the space itself. This simple practice of mindfulness can profoundly transform your kitchen table from just another piece of furniture into a truly sacred space of abundance and pure joy. As the Buddha beautifully said, gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Cultivating gratitude naturally helps deepen the spiritual significance of your table, making it a place where love, deep respect, and genuine connection can truly thrive. The kitchen table is so often the very centerpiece of social gatherings, and it holds a uniquely special energy when guests are present. The energy you consciously create around the table can fundamentally set the tone for the entire gathering, naturally promoting relaxation, meaningful conversations, and a deep sense of connection. Just as Buddhist teachings consistently emphasize hospitality and the profound importance of treating others with kindness and generosity, we can consciously approach our kitchen table with the same spirit of generosity and mindful awareness. Actively create a warm and inviting ambience by thoughtfully using soft, comfortable textiles. A tablecloth or runner in colors that naturally evoke warmth, such as earthy tones or soothing pastels, can create a sense of calm and deep relaxation. It's generally best to avoid placing large, obstructive centerpieces that might block eye contact, as these can unintentionally create a sense of separation rather than connection. Small, thoughtful touches, such as a simple vase of fresh flowers or a few gently flickering candles, can beautifully transform the atmosphere, making it feel more intimate, welcoming, and truly special. When you are hosting a communal meal, gently encourage your guests to contribute by placing their dishes on the table as a tangible act of shared abundance. This simple act not only promotes a wonderful sense of community but also beautifully reinforces the core Buddhist concept of dana, or generosity. Each dish thoughtfully placed on the table becomes a heartfelt offering, a way to actively contribute to the collective joy and togetherness of the gathering. Soft background music can also subtly enhance the overall atmosphere, naturally promoting relaxation and encouraging open, heartfelt conversations. In Buddhism, we are taught that speech is incredibly powerful. It possesses the inherent ability to either heal or harm. By consciously creating a peaceful and supportive environment that encourages meaningful dialogue, you are actively fostering an atmosphere where words can be used to build bridges of understanding and connection, rather than walls of separation. The kitchen table, as we've explored, is far more than just a place to eat. It is truly the energetic center of your home, where nourishment, connection, and vibrant energy all beautifully converge. By consciously respecting and lovingly caring for your table, you naturally open the door to greater prosperity, warmth, and overall harmony within your household. Whether you choose to follow ancient traditions or thoughtfully adapt your own personal practices, treating your kitchen table with reverence and mindful intention can have a profoundly positive impact on your family's collective well-being. Every meal shared, every meaningful conversation, and every moment of genuine connection at your table holds the incredible potential to foster deeper bonds and invite true abundance into your life. By consciously infusing your kitchen table with positive energy and mindful awareness, you transform what might seem like an everyday object into a powerful spiritual and emotional anchor for your entire home.